everyone, I'm Tina DeLeo and welcome back to Cheftini's Kitchen, where we make magical meals in minutes. Well, it's almost time for the Super Bowl, so I thought we would do a show on a big game meal. We're going to start with my crock pot. I'm going to make some shredded buffalo chicken. We're going to make some mashed potato poppers with cheddar cheese and chive. And we're also going to make a brownie and ice cream cupcake dessert with a little homemade chocolate sauce. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do for our big game dinner is we're going to be using the crock pot. So that's the first thing that you want to get ready. So for the buffalo chicken, you're going to take about 2.5 pounds of chicken breast. I'm substituting 2 pounds of chicken breast with about 1/2 pound of chicken thighs, just to give it a little extra flavor. And for this, we're going to use a little dried ranch seasoning, which you can buy in the supermarket. And we're going to sprinkle that all over our chicken. And then we're going to take some buffalo sauce. You could buy your own, you can make your own buffalo sauce, which is really simple. It's hot sauce, little white vinegar, and some cayenne pepper and melted butter. And you can melt the butter, shake it up in a mason jar, and when you're ready to use it, you can put it on your wings or like I'm doing here, put it in your crock pot. So this is going to be just shy of 12 ounces of buffalo sauce. So what we're going to do is, I have, as I said, 2 large chicken breasts and about, it's a little shy probably of 1 pound of chicken thighs. You can use this recipe up to 3 pounds of chicken. And I basically like to season the chicken with the ranch dressing. Like I said, this is just a pre-packaged salad dressing mix that you can buy for dips and for salad dressings in the supermarket. And it's got that yummy ranch flavor. And you just want to massage it into your chicken. It's going to get all that nice flavor inside the crock pot. And it's going to marinate it with the buffalo sauce. This is a really simple dish. I'm going to actually break apart my chicken just so that it cooks evenly. I'm actually going to cut this in half. You don't have to do this, but I just want it to kind of all cook evenly and it be the same size as the chicken thighs. And I'm going to put this inside of my crock pot. I'm going to put the chicken thighs in the middle, and I'm going to surround it with the chicken breast. I'm going to take off some extra fat in there. And actually I have a little excess, your hands are going to get a little dirty, but there's a little excess ranch dressing here. I want to get all that flavor in there. So if you can scoop that all up into your crock pot, that would be great. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your jar or your homemade buffalo sauce, and you're going to pour it right over the chicken. And I like to just take, you really don't need too much extra liquid, but just to clean out the inside of the jar so we're not wasting anything, just a few tablespoons of the buffalo sauce. I'm just going to give my hands a rinse and just wash them. We're cooking with raw meat, and we don't want to cross-contaminate our foods. So here's pretty much what you're going to look like before it goes into the pot. You can see that at home. And I'm just going to put this in my crock pot on low for 6 hours, and you can come back and check it. Once the 6 hours is up, you're going to come open the lid and you're going to shred the chicken. And you can leave it on warm until you're ready for your game or whatever is on whatever you're entertaining for. So here we go. This is just going to go right here. This is a digital crock pot. Once it's done, this crock pot, this slow cooker I should call it. Really, crock pot is more of a brand than it's a slow cooker. Mine has a nice lock on it. And I'm going to turn it on. And mine, I'm going to set, if you can see, there's a little bit of a glare here. It's for 6 hours. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to put it on low, and it's going to cook. And when this is done, it's going to go right to a warm setting. That's how my slow cooker works, and it'll keep warm for as long as you need it to. I'm going to clean up my chicken from my board, and I'm going to get started on the mashed potato poppers. Okay, now we're going to move on to our mashed potato poppers. These little mashed potato treats are a hit with everyone. We recently made them for my son's football team, and they devoured them within minutes. Actually, we have a few of our local friends and athletes of my son here who are going to come and enjoy this meal once it's all done. They're getting ready for the big game today. So for the mashed potato poppers, we are going to have some instant mashed potato flakes. I have about 2 cups of instant mashed potato flakes and in this bowl with about a cup of cheddar. You can use any cheese you like. We're using cheddar cheese. And I'm just going to put this off to the side while this, and we're going to just put in, I'm just going to have 2 scallions here, green onions as they are often referred. And I'm just going to give them a nice dice, and I'm going to put them inside of our bowl. It's going to be part of our filling. And once we're done chopping these up, my fingertips should always be in. I don't need to lose any fingers. I'm just going to, oh, I don't want that one. We just want it for the flavor, just a little bit. There's not a whole lot that goes in here. We're going to add the scallions. Once these are chopped up, we're going to add some mayonnaise and some milk and a little garlic powder. We're going to mix it all together, and then we're going to roll them inside of this crushed corn flake crumb mixture. It's just crushed corn flakes. And then we're going to bake them in the oven, and they only take about 25 minutes, and I guarantee you, your friends, your family, your kids will love them. You might even be able to sneak a few vegetables in here for your kids. Maybe chop up a little spinach or even broccoli. Kids will eat anything that has a crunchy coating and a little bit of cheese on them. Okay, we don't want any big chunks, just to give it a little flavor. We have our scallions, about a tablespoon of scallions, green onion. I'm going to take this back. We're also going to add 1 egg. Just going to crack that. We're just going to give it a little bit of, just going to whisk it up a little bit. You know, you just want to mix it just so that it all combines. Going to add, it's just a plop it and drop it kind of dish. We need about 1.5 cups of milk. And I'm just going to measure that out because we don't want it to be too liquidy. So I'm just using whole milk. You could probably use low-fat milk. I can't imagine it would make that much of a difference. Just going to put that right inside. Am I missing? Oh, my mayo. It's about 1/4 cup of mayo. I'm using organic mayonnaise. And I just want to give it, the original recipe I saw for this called for grated garlic, but you know, kids sometimes don't like to bite into things that are too chunky. So I'm just going to use a little bit of granulated garlic powder. And really, just clear off my board here a little so you can see. It's really just going to all come together. I like to let it sit a few minutes once it's all mixed up. You don't see a lot of the scallions in here. It's just to give it a little extra flavor. You could also add bacon to this. I've done that. I'm just trying to keep this a little bit more. I guess the bacon really wouldn't hurt. I was going to say a little low in fat, but it's really not going to be that low in fat. But everything in moderation, and we're just going to keep going. Okay. So it's all mixed together. I'm just going to give it a few, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. I just want it to condense, and it's going to get a little bit more solid. And what we're going to do is use a little, this is a mini ice cream scooper. We're just going to scoop a little bit. We're going to put it in the, use our scooper, scoop it. I like to do like 4 or 5 at a time. I roll them around in here, and then we put them on a greased baking sheet. So we're just going to let this sit a few minutes, and I'll be right back. Our mashed potatoes mixture has set a little bit, and I brought in this handsome helper to come and scoop and dip and put on our greased cookie sheet, which I'm going to do right now. This is Robert. Say hi, Robert. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Okay, Robert is going to help us in the kitchen. Loves to get the kids in the kitchen helping. So Robert, here's what we're going to do. You remember having these mashed potato poppers at the football dinner?
Yeah.
You guys love them, right? I left the bacon out of these, but I promise you they're still going to be just as good. So this is crushed cornflakes, like cereal that we eat. I just put them in a Ziploc bag or a self-sealing bag. Just, you can hammer them out. You can also buy them pre-crushed already if you don't have time to crush them yourself or you just don't want to. So Robert, what we're going to do is you're going to take this mini scooper, and I'll show you the first one, okay? It's really simple. You can totally do this. You're just going to pat that a little bit so that it's packed in there, and you're just going to drop it like that. Okay? So you can do that, right? Yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll get about 24 poppers, and we have about 6 of your friends here today, right? So we're gonna have to make plenty of. So all right, let's get going. So you're gonna scoop, pat, and then drop them, and then after you've done about 4 or 5, you can roll them into a little bit of a ball with your hand, and then shake them around the pan here, or the dish. There you go. That's it. Don't worry about it. You can't do it wrong. It can only be right. Because you're just packing it in. Good job. I like your efficiency. You're efficient in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What did you like about these? What did you like about these mashed potato poppers? I've been calling them mashed potato poppers. They're almost like a mashed potato tater tot, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like how they. What did you like about them? They were cheesy.
Very good.
They were good, right? Crunchy on the outside. You really have a lot to say, huh? He does not take after his mother. I can tell you that. All right, Robert, you're doing a good job. All right, so that's it. Take a good scoop. Don't be afraid to, pack it in. All right, now what you're going to do is, I'm going to just take this from you a second, okay? And you just roll it a little, like a meatball, right? You're going to roll it in your hand. So just grab them and roll. Grab them. Grab the little scoops you made. Right? They can try to keep. I use the ice cream scooper for a lot of things. I use it for things like mashed potato. It's good for cupcakes. It's good for cookies when you're making chocolate chip cookies. Keeps everything the same size. That mashed potato scooper I got on Amazon. I could probably leave a link somewhere for it. Or you can have them in all 3 different sizes. That's a extra small, small, and medium. They're perfect for baking. They're not just for ice cream. I love it. Meatballs. Anything that's got to be uniformly sized. You want things to cook evenly, and that ice cream scooper really comes in handy. All right, so we'll just see how easy that sticks to the. You can also, the good thing about this particular little treat is you can make these in advance. You can leave them in. They refrigerate really well for a couple of days. So if you're having a big gathering, you can make them a few days in advance. Have them all rolled and ready to go, and then once your company comes or you're ready to start preparing, you can just pop them into the oven. Okay, Robert, I'm going to finish these up. Thanks for coming to help me. Okay. We're going to probably make about 20 more. I really appreciate you coming into Mom's kitchen. I don't always let you in, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to finish scooping and rolling these, and we're going to pop them into the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. I'm going to check them at 20 minutes. So we'll be right back. Okay, so our mashed potato poppers, as I'm calling them, are all done. I have them on this grease cookie sheet. I'm just going to give them another spray of olive oil. You don't have to do this. I just like when they come out that they're a little extra golden brown. And I'm going to put them in the oven, as I said, 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. There we go. Okay. All right, so while those cook, I'm going to get started on a blue cheese sauce that the boys can spread over their buffalo chicken when it's done. And we're going to move over to the stove, and I'll see you over there. Okay, so for our blue cheese sauce, I just have about a tablespoon of butter melting in the pan, in a sauce pot, small sauce pot. I'm going to put in probably about I want to say a quarter, probably about a pound. This is actually on here. This is a little less than half a pound. I've used about a quarter of a pound of blue cheese. I'm just gonna, whoop, it's a little bit of small pot. Just gonna mix that together with the butter. I'm gonna let that come and come to a little bit, not a simmer, but I want the blue cheese to melt a little bit in there. And then I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream and let it come to a boil. It'll thicken up, and the boys can use that to spread over their shredded buffalo chicken sandwiches. We're making sandwiches. I don't know if I said that before. So we're going to make shredded buffalo chicken sandwiches, and it's a favorite here. My son loves buffalo chicken, and as I know his friends do. And this will be an option if they don't eat it. And that's starting to melt. So I'm gonna eyeball this, but I'm gonna put the recipe on my website so you can come over there and check it out. But my guess it's gonna be about a quarter cup of heavy cream. And if I over measure, then I can always add a little bit more blue cheese. And if I've under measured, I can always add a little bit more cream. So just want that to come to a boil. Simple blue cheese sauce, blue cheese and shredded buffalo, or buffalo chicken in general, just make such a good match. So thought we'd do something a little different and maybe get a little fancy with how we serve it. All right, so while this simmers away, it's not going to take too long. The blue cheese is melting. I'm just going to let it do its thing. I think we're going to be in good shape with this. I didn't make a lot. You could use the entire half pound of blue cheese and probably about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I would say just about a half a cup of heavy cream, maybe just a little bit less. I'm going to see some, really just eyeballing this. And you know, if you have a larger crowd. I'm not sure how many of these boys are really going to eat this, so I'm just going to put it out as an option. And it's really simple to make, so I can just come back to the stove and heat some up for them if they really like it. Okay, so while that comes to a boil, I'm going to check on my chicken and my crock pot. I don't like to open it, but just make sure that it's on and it's doing its thing. And we're going to get ready to make some fudge brownies to make our fudge brownie ice cream sundaes.